Welcome back to the yard, man. Right here with Breezy, ready to give y'all every opinion we got on this crazy ass year of football we've had so far and how we think this crazy shit might end up, man. When we got some fucking crazy shit going on. I mean, I just keep repeating it because I'm just the fact that the Commanders may not make. There's a chance they may not make the playoffs. We got the Eagles looking like the Eagles in Detroit look like the best two teams in the NFL right now. I mean, let's be honest. Patty still has not found it, but they still find ways to win games, or the rest find ways to win games. Either way, man. We're gonna start off the Bears and the Lions, man. The Bears win 23-20. Like I told you when earlier in the week when we first started talking about this game, I was like, I didn't really get to see it. You had told me some things, so I had to go back and look. And it makes sense that they fired their head coach. I get it. When you, it's just something wrong with that shit soup. You got a terrible coach who can't manage the clock with an overhyped rookie quarterback. Mm-hmm. And y'all was going to win how many games this year? Just saying, man. Just saying. As for Detroit, man, just keep stacking those W's. I don't give a fuck what it looked like. I don't care. Just keep stacking those W's. Keep putting yourself in position to have that first seed, get that first round bye, and see if you can capitalize on what you failed to do last year.
Yeah, in my opinion, they definitely need the 1 seed because of Philly. I mean, not saying they can't play in the outdoors, but I know Jared Goff is not. He's not the same outdoors. And you're talking playoff football. If it came down to it and they had to go to Philly, Lord only knows, it's gonna be cold.
Damn right.
So that can slow them up some, as opposed to if they're in the comfort of a dome, where they can pretty much do whatever they want.
Right.
It wasn't pretty at all, and it was. I hate when teams take the foot off the gas like that, especially in a division game. But like I told you, that Gibbs fumble is what really gave Chicago any life at all. So it was a good game. Lions won. We kind of saw it happening, but on a side note, I mean, please, for the love of God, just stop with this Caleb shit. Caleb is not going to win you a game. If it's on his shoulders, he's not going to win you a game. The only reason why his stats even look like they do is because they're getting blown the fuck out. They have no run game, so he has to pass 40 to 50 times a game. Right. You better have damn near 300 yards.
Considering you got the weapons outside to do so also.
Right.
Right. You give that same fucking receiving core to 8 out of 10 quarterbacks in this league, you're going to put up decent numbers. Next game. Giants and Cowboys. My boy Rush. 2-1. He's 2-1. He better than Dak already.
Yep.
I don't know. That's just one of those games. The Cowboys got 2 in a row now. You're building some confidence, but you're not going to catch anybody. It's a little late for it. As if for the Giants. You're competitive, and I still stand by that front seven. It's just, let's be honest, you're looking to see who you're drafting next year. You hate the bar to be thinking that way, but come on now.
Look, I mean, the Giants got rid of Daniel Jones finally, and that's one of them teams, man. I really think if they can get a quarterback in there. A good quarterback in there. I think the rest of the team, I think they can do some things.
Like if they'd have left Tyrod there.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, the offense and defensive line are good. The defense as a whole is solid.
Right.
You have, Tracy as your running back, is killing it, has been. Neighbors got out along with a couple other guys veteran guys that they have. So I mean, it sets up if you can just you got to strike gold though,
Right.
on that quarterback position, and not have another Daniel Jones episode and ride him out for.
And that's
6-8
what it
years.
is. That's what it is. Right now, they're gonna have to, they finally gotten rid of him, but they're gonna still have to, suffer from a little bit of that resin of him being there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you paid the man a lot of money. So what you're gonna have to realize is, you're gonna have to sometimes admit you're fucking wrong sooner than you want to.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that simple. And like you said, with the supporting cast they go around, they strike gold with the quarterback. We may be having a different conversation next year.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
I get you. I'll give you that. As for the Cowboys, man, they need to fucking get rid of Dak completely. just fucking like this is the time. Like look, Cooper won 3 games in a row. If he wins the next one, Dak, we don't need your services no more.
Right.
But it ain't gonna happen.
It's kind of the same situation as the Giants were in.
Right.
Admit you're wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let
no
it go.
bullshit. Next game, Packers and Dolphins. Packers win 30-17. Who are the Packers, man? Like I don't know what to put my finger on them. I get it that we're talking Miami outside. So, I mean, automatically you're getting a different team, but they still put up 30. So, it's like it seems like Matt LaFleur is squeezing everything he can out of the rest of that team while Jordan Love is still kind of having that moment.
And you hit it on the head right there. You hit it on the head right there. If it honestly, if it wasn't for Josh Jacobs, the team would not. No, they would not be where they are right now.
Which is funny because remember, we did say we love Josh Jacobs, but we didn't understand why you get rid of Aaron.
Right.
And right now he's probably Jacobs probably the only reason that they're moving the ball as consistency as they are when they do move the ball. It's crazy. Just like I guess that's another Mixon situation.
Yeah.
Like because honestly, if it's me, if I'm watching Jordan play right now, like I'm nervous. Like this is becoming a pattern now. Like I can't coach my team that we're gonna be some shit until Jordan gets defeated on him every year, and then we got to play catch up for the rest of the other half of the season. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. So if I'm looking at Jordan, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to speak too soon.
Well, I mean, the number one thing you want from a quarterback is just consistency.
Exactly, that's my point.
And I mean, we said it going into the year that Green Bay would be a problem if Love played like he played the second half of last season. Now, has he improved from earlier this year? Definitely.
You see it, yeah.
But no, he's not the same guy. No. As far as Miami, we kind of expected it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
They're playing good. They played pretty well. The start of the game just really did them in. Like I told you, Green Bay got the ball first, forced I don't know if it was a 3-and-out or not, but forced them to punt, and then you muff the punt.
Yeah.
So then Green Bay starts
Bang.
inside the 5.
Bang, yeah.
And boom, just like that, you're down. But I mean, Tua's Tua. I mean, he played well.
Right.
In that cold weather, he did. I mean, he played very well.
Dude, like we said about, us talking about how he doesn't really do too much. He consistently does nothing. If you get what I'm saying, that's not a shot at him.
Right.
It's like he's not in there for bonehead plays. He's not in the news or highlights for bonehead plays every day. Like, yeah, it looks simple because he's dropping back and passing, but I'll take that than a quarterback who's throwing it all over the field, but then you get a bonehead play once a week.
Right.
Well, that's one thing. Other than as long as he protects himself, that's the only time you see Tua really do a bonehead play.
Yeah.
Is when he doesn't protect himself. So yeah, to be outside and do what he did, I'm starting to believe that Tua's very consistent. It's just his surrounding cast when it comes to the weather.
I mean, I will say, my last thing as far as the Dolphins go, if he didn't get hurt, if he had protected himself and did not get hurt, this team would be a lot better than the record shows. I mean, this is easily a playoff team. Easily.
I agree.
But that was pretty much it once he went down. But,
Yeah, it was too much to come back from.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's what we're dealing with, and we'll talk about my team when we get there, but I think that's a lot we're dealing with. Next game, fucking Raiders and Chiefs, man. I'm not going to. I was about to, but I'm not. I was about to say every time I want to, say fuck the Raiders, but they some shit. That's all there is to it. They come in and compete with fucking the 3-time champions. Like, they compete with, you know what I mean? But then I think that's more of the Chiefs' productivity being down this year. I don't think it's so much as these teams are putting up more talent or putting more pressure on them. I just think they're not putting as much pressure on teams as they have in the past. Every game now it's block punt, a fumble, a fucked up call. That's how they're winning games now. It's not Patty went off, Travis Kelce went off. That defense shut them down. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know what that S word, but say I don't know if this will carry you through the playoffs. But if you got the referees on your side, I mean, what the fuck? Should have carried you through any fucking thing you needed to. So, but I don't know. I hate to chalk it up on that because football is such a passion for me that I did not want to leave it up to something like that. But they're not playing great. They're still not playing great. So the fact that the Raiders are only 2 points, I'm not going to give the Raiders no props for that. They are playing for fucking picks also.
Yeah.
I know. You told me that O'Donnell outplayed him. Outplayed Pat.
Well, see, I'm piggybacking off of that. Goes to what I've been saying about the Raiders all season long. Pick a quarterback, roll with the quarterback. Now that they have no choice, because Minshew's hurt, I mean, done for the year hurt, Aiden O'Connell can play free. He ain't got to sit there and play like, well, yeah, if I throw 10 incompletions, I'm going to be sitting next week. And you see what you get. I mean, he completely outplayed Mahomes in KC.
Yeah.
Completely outplayed him. There is not an aspect of the game. He threw less incompletions. He threw for more yards. He threw for more touchdowns. He threw for less picks. He had a better passing average, better QBR, better everything.
Damn.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, we had this talk about Antonio Pierce, and if I'm up there making those big time decisions, Pierce is gone.
Yeah. And that's proven, and that's solidifying it. Honestly, that's solidifying it. Emergence of a quarterback comfortable that could have been comfortable, like you said, weeks ago.
Yeah.
Months ago. Yeah, I hear you. It's something that we called it from the beginning. If he loses his job, I'm 9 out of 10 times just for that reason.
Right.
Yeah, like, seriously. Next game, Colts and Pats. The Colts win a close one, 25-24. I don't know how the fuck the Colts keep winning ball games. Seriously, dude. I picked the Patriots this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Because, I mean, the Pats been playing like they should beat the Colts. Like, let me not toot their horn, let not size them up too much, but they've been playing like they can beat the Colts, which doesn't say a lot about your team, but at least that you're better than the Colts. But here we are, 25-24. Somehow. I don't understand. Because I think at one point, didn't they have the Colts down 10?
I really don't know.
I
know
think
they
at
had
one
them down.
point,
I just can't remember.
I think at one point they had them down by 10, and I'm sitting here wondering, like, why?
Well,
We know it ain't.
It's crazy because, I mean, Richardson brought him back.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Right before you spoke about it, I was like, I know Anthony Richards ain't it, but
Yeah.
but I don't know. Like, it's because it's the fucking Patriots, man. We know their offense is nothing. That defense decides that every once in a while they want to be comparable.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's more so against, they try to show up in what they consider big games.
Exactly. Right.
Like if
right.
they're playing the Chiefs.
Measuring stick games.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Things like that.
Because these games like this, where I guess they decide that we ain't got to worry about it too much. You got Anthony Richards come down and get a fourth quarter game winning drive on against you.
Right. But I mean, as far as the Patriots go, I mean, once again, Drake May played very well.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a quarterback. I think that's a quarterback for them of the future.
That's it. Yeah. I think he's done enough now. I mean, 3 weeks, was it 3 weeks he's been playing, right?
3 or 4.
3 or 4 weeks, and I think he hasn't had a horrible game yet, considering the offense he's running.
Yeah, because I mean they have no running game.
That dude,
is the epitome of disaster for a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
But
and even worse. I'll make it even worse for you. The running game you do have can't hold on to the fucking ball.
Yeah.
So, damn. You got to worry about turning the ball over if you do try to lean on the running game.
Mm-hmm.
At least some quarterbacks can lean on it to the point where, hey man, if we can average 2 to 3 yards, you got to respect somewhat. But if we sitting there and turning the ball over and averaging below 2, fuck. Put 3 in the box. So the fact that Drake is having that type of 3-game stretch where I can't pinpoint a bad game, I think it's promising. I think it's promising. Yep. Next game, Steelers and Bengals. Whoa. we had contrast. Cause look, remember, I initially picked the Steelers. I thought it was gonna be the Steelers. I was like, I don't know, because the Steelers are rolling. But you made a lot of sense. You made a lot of fucking sense. You were like, dude, it's a lot of points that the Bengals put up. They just had that last game they had was a big win. You know what I mean? And that defense that they can't. The one thing about the Steelers defense is their pass defense is not the greatest.
Right.
And we knew that Burrow was gonna come in there and fling that thing. We knew that Jamal was gonna be all over the place. We knew this, and we weren't wrong. 38 points. Right. I didn't expect Pittsburgh to put up 44. What the fuck? Can we do Pittsburgh and Detroit? Super Bowl? Sounds really unorthodox, but I have my popcorn. I'd be ready for. I would. With Pittsburgh showed me something. That 44 shows me something. I mean, we saw them. They put up 30 before. They put up 30 against the Commanders. This is different for some reason. Because you knew coming in, you don't have to beat them in a shootout. You knew. They knew it.
Yep.
And did it. And pretty fashion. Bombs and...
I mean, to me, it just shows me even more how horrible the Bengals defense is. I mean, once again, Burrow, put up 38 points. Another L. Another loss. I mean, yes, I'm not taking anything away from the Steelers. And with Russ coming in, just, they look great.
Yeah.
They look great. And the one thing I will say about the Steelers is it showed me that they can win a game like this.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so now, I mean, they can beat you in a defensive game. They can beat you in a one-score game. They can beat you in a complete, absolute, up and down the field shootout. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, they look very, very, very good. Very good.
Yeah, I couldn't say nothing after that game. Like, seriously, when I saw the points that Pittsburgh put up, I really like who's gonna beat them. Like, I'm dead ass, and that's including Detroit. That's including Detroit, dude. Like, I'm this close to shifting. Pittsburgh may be the most dominant team. They're not the most complete team. Detroit is more complete. They're well more balanced. I think Detroit's defense is better than Pittsburgh's defense. But when it comes to just winning games, doing what you got to do to win the game.
And also, like we said, I mean, one thing I love about football, playoff time, is it's one game.
One game.
That's all it takes.
That's all you get. That's all you get.
If it was a series, Lions going to, they're going to get them. But one game.
I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows? I mean, just, wow. That's really it. I mean, as far as Cincinnati, I don't know. I feel horrible for Burrow.
I feel like after this podcast, one of us need to look it up. I think they're in a record. I really don't. I don't know of a team that's averaging 34 points a game with a record they got. I don't think that's ever happened.
I doubt it. I'm
gonna look that shit up.
And I mean, it's almost like the same thing every. And now I'll tell you one damn thing. And I know I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but they play Dallas this week. If you put up 38 and take an L to Dallas.
I don't give a damn what the NFL policy is. You fire the whole defensive staff. I mean, from the defensive coordinator all the way down to the fucking water boy. All of you niggas go home and you don't get on the bus. You don't get a plane ticket. You don't get shit. Like, for real. Like, what? Like, you go home and go try to turn on your computer and you get fucking no access to your computer because y'all play so damn horrible. That was terrible. If that happens, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. Seriously, I'm gonna laugh my ass off, man. Next game, it was a good one, and this is the one, and this is what I was worried about. Okay, Chargers Falcons 17-13. Now I understand. It wasn't like he got a bunch of sacks. Okay, it's not like they sacked him and harassed him the whole game. But I don't give a fuck. It matters, dude. Some quarterbacks, okay, the pocket gets small, they can scramble just for a better sight of vision. Mm-hmm. Okay, you can see the field better. You got motherfucking 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" defensive linemen up in your face with your offensive lineman trying to block. You looking at the back of motherfuckers' helmets and you just standing in there. Luckily, I hope you know the playbook that good. I hope you know to play that good because you have to know that what a receiver's going to be. I know I've been back here for 6 seconds. That receiver should have made it to this point. Point A, point B. That's how, you know what I'm saying? You know better than I do. You know what I'm saying? It's a point, it's a timing thing. It has nothing to do, like I don't even got to see you, but I'm going to expect you to be where you're supposed to be. But, besides all that, there's plays where your receivers get bumped off the line, timing's off. Your receiver slips, timing's off. You misread the defense because he disguised it well. Timing off. What is Kirk supposed to do? He can't see shit. The pocket's closing.
And that's how defenses are playing.
Exactly. Exactly. As long as we clutter that pocket, we have a good chance. Mm-hmm. Every down. As long as we clutter that pocket, and that's what's happening, and this is what I was afraid of, and I think it's going to get even worse.
Right.
I commend Raheem for shooting it down immediately. I commend him for it, but you can't tell me it's not in the back of his head.
It probably is. I mean, like I say, in my honest opinion, if they were out of playoff contention, the change probably would have already been made, depending on how far, how far out you are. Mm-hmm. But right now, I mean, you don't want to put that pressure on Penix, but you're probably starting to feel like you might have to.
Yeah.
If we want to do, just because I mean, let's be real. Making the playoffs is what the expectation was going into this season. Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody expected them to get to the Super Bowl and
Right.
So if that's what's expected, you drafted Penix knowing that's your future. Mm-hmm. But if you can put him in and achieve that expectation, or if you believe that putting him in gives you a better chance of meeting that expectation.
Mm-hmm. Like I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. Let's say this trend continues and they stumble somehow, because if they still continue, they probably won't fucking make the playoffs. No. But let's say they do. Let's say it does, and somehow they still stumble into the playoffs. And Kirk's still playing like that. Are you putting Penix in? Like you made the playoffs. Next week, the game. You got a playoff game next week, and Kirk has looked this way from this point up until that game.
So basically, you're stumbling into
that's what I'm saying,
into the playoffs. Me, look, I know my opinion is really, it's not shit.
Right, of course. Neither rounds, of course.
Me personally, yes, I would.
Me too.
I would.
That's why I asked. That's why I said the playoffs was solidified.
Right, because you're looking at, I mean, by that point in time, you'd be looking at 7-8 weeks of Kirk looking like this.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And now you're in the playoffs now, and once again, now if you're in the playoffs, you've met the expectation.
Exactly.
So, if Penix were to go in, say he win you a playoff game.
You playing with house money. Exactly.
Even just making the playoffs and deciding to put him in, it's house money.
Yeah.
If he falters, okay.
Right.
But look what Kirk's done.
Exactly.
For the whole second half of the year.
That's exactly why I made that plate like that. That's why I made that plate like that, because I think that's the only way it happens. If he's even remotely playing like Kirk's playing and they get into the playoffs, I'm not even fucking considering it.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd have to be a lot of shit soup in order for that shit to get pushed aside. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I don't know. That's an interesting one. We'll keep an eye on that. That's an interesting one. Next game, Seahawks and Jets. I don't know, man. I don't fucking believe in the Seahawks. I just don't, man. I told you I got weird confidence from them when they beat us, when, Geno night us and shit. I hated it, but I saw confidence and I saw how they moved the ball. They had a different offense, that offense that you were talking about, where Geno's not throwing 35, 40 fucking times. You got a good mixture of Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker
yeah.
and was it
Charbonnet?
Yeah, Charbonnet. When you got a good mixture of them two, and Geno is, rolling out the pocket, throwing the ball maybe 25 to 30 times, they're hard to beat. But they get full of themselves. They get full of themselves real fast. And you got a team like the Jets that hangs around for a little longer than they should be hanging around for.
Yeah, they did. They did.
You know what I mean?
They did. But I believe definitely turnovers had a lot to do with that. It wasn't picks, but I think there was a lot of looking at it. Well, Seattle coughed it up twice on the ground. And then I think they gave up a punt return or something like that for a touchdown.
And this is what I'm saying. That's not a championship team, man. It's not, and nobody thought they were going to Super Bowl. I know that. But I'm just saying, like, there's points of the season where the Seahawks look like, yeah, they got that division.
Yeah.
Just like point, and we already know how we feel about Arizona.
Yeah.
So that's why it's big to me. But right now, it just seems like there's just so many inconsistencies. Every game is in a different area. Either it's the offense, the way they're moving the ball is inconsistent, or they can't hold on to the ball consistently, or that defense can't stop somebody consistently. Every game, it's never all three of them. I'll give them that. But every game, there's a phase of football that's just so inconsistent that it may cost them the game.
Yeah, I feel like the game plan that they did this week is that's what they're best at. That gives them the best chance of winning. Like you said, if you can keep it about 30 pass attempts, which he had 31, but then you turn around, you ran the ball like 25, I believe it was. That's beautiful.
That's the formula, right?
Yeah. And I mean, the defense has gotten better week to week. Now, yeah, I know the game was close, but like I said, turnovers had a lot to do with it. They had really, really short fields, whatever. That's your best formula to win. And my problem with Seattle is you can tell their head coach came from the Ravens. It never stick with a game plan.
Nope.
Never stick with it. Instead, they'll come out next week and Geno will probably throw it 50 times. And you may win, maybe. I mean, depending on who you're playing.
Right.
But that's not a successful winning formula week in, week out.
Got you, right.
Now, as far as the Jets, there ain't much to touch on them.
It's not. That's why it is. They just continue the trend they've been on.
Yep.
If they're in the game, just probably because the other team is fucking up, turning the ball over. Yep, I agree. Next game, Texans and Jaguars. Texans win 23-20. Same thing. I have no faith in the Texans. More importantly, no faith in CJ. You read some stats to me comparing CJ and Bryce, and it makes sense. It does. If you'd have read those stats to me last year, I'd be like, damn, Bryce balling, I ain't know.
Right.
But the stats you read to me, it didn't make me think Bryce was balling. It made me think, yeah, CJ has came down. He has dropped down to earth, and we are fully in our knees in a slump. Like deep to the knee, like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We are in it. And it's... They are going to get into the playoffs. They're going to get it. and we're gonna see a team blow them the fuck out.
Probably.
It's gonna be a wasted. It's gonna be such a wasted playoff spot that I'd wish that maybe the Chargers would have got, or one of them teams like that.
Somebody just barely missed it.
Yeah, gonna barely miss it because of that shit stuff. But man, I have faith in D'Amico. I know D'Amico will right the ship. I know that much. But yeah, this year they got to figure out what's going on with CJ off the offseason, man. They got to figure it out. And then as for the Jags, man, it's just I feel for Trevor, but at the end of the day, dude, look, Aziz should not be playing.
No.
I told you.
I said that as soon as he hit him.
This is before how vicious and how disrespectful that play was. He's a repeated offender. There's a video on Facebook of a lifetime since he's been in the NFL, how many fucking just penalties that he's gotten off of that. He's done it with us. He did it. This is the second time he did it with Houston. He did it when he was with with Denver. Did it when he was with Denver. Like, this is what consistently he does. Why is he playing football still? There's people out there. There's people got families, dude. And Tom and I commend Tom. I commend Tom Brady. He tried to kind of defend him.
Yeah.
Like,
quite a few. I mean, there's quite a few people that have.
Like, they defensive players. Do you want them to have this aggressive nature? And I'm like, I hear you, but there's also two things. There's there's technique, technique. That's not technique. That's not technique. And two, there's respect, man. Like, I get you want to get a hit on them, but the way you did it, I've seen motherfuckers run up and push them as they slide.
Right.
I get that, like, bitch.
Right.
That's the aggressive nature I want my defensive player to have. But to go and try to possibly kill a motherfucker, possibly end a man's career, possibly have a man go home to his family with brain trauma, it ain't worth it, dude. It's a game at the end of the day. It's a game, buddy.
No, I will say, back to the game, I still believe, like I said, I picked Jacksonville in this game. And I believe if that play didn't happen,
I believe so too.
That they would have beat Houston.
Yep.
Yeah, I have no faith in Houston at all. At all. I don't care who they're playing at this point. I just don't. And unless, I mean, the recipe to beat them is simple. At this point, it's shut down Mixon.
Yep. Stop mixing.
Or at least slow him down.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
And you have a great chance of winning as long as you play a clean game. Don't turn it over 3 or 4 times. Whatever. It wasn't like that last year.
No.
CJ was eating defenses alive. I don't care who you were. And the roster's loaded.
If you wasn't putting up 21 points last year, you lost to them
easily.
Yeah.
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 And now you feel good about playing them. You're confident. I don't care who you are. You're confident.
Yeah. And he still got that wide-eye look. I don't know, man. I don't know what to fucking think about that. Next game. This was a good one. Cardinals and Vikings. Vikings win 23-22. It's a big drop for the Cardinals, too. Because they was keeping right up there with Seattle. That game puts them down a game and a half. And, boy, they could have used it. It's a good measuring stick for both teams. For both teams. I like the fact that Andy came back. I mean, not Andy, but God damn it, what's his name? Sam Darnold came back he looked like he looked at the beginning of the year. He looked a lot more calm. He looked a lot more settled. I don't know what the hell happened the last few weeks, but they looked somewhat like themselves. My thing is, there's a couple plays in there where we didn't get an aggressive Kyler. There's a couple plays there. I think it was the second quarter. I want to say the second quarter. They had the ball on their side. I think it was a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, something like that. And I'm telling you, if he wanted to roll out and run the ball for 50 fucking yards, he could have.
That's what I was getting ready to say. As soon as you mentioned that, in my head, I'm like, well, he was pretty aggressive. And I was like,
yeah.
Probably the last at least 2 games. He's been very hesitant.
That's what I'm saying. Remember that game he did with us where before he got past the line of scrimmage, he had his finger up because he knew it was a touchdown? Same thing.
Yeah.
If he'd have ran around the right side, dude, you had a tight end and you had the wide receiver, and then you had like some kind of bunch formation over here. And every route from this side went like this. So the defense went with him. He rolled out, and I can't see that far. But when he initially rolled out and turned, he took off at least 20 yards. I know I said 50, but at least 20.
Right.
At least 20. And 4 weeks ago, when they was on that run, he's taking it. He's gone. But I don't even know if they got the first down, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if they got the first down or not. But the fact that I knew he was going to run it, there was plays a few weeks ago that I thought that, and he did take off. I was like, yep. As long as he's doing that, I don't know how you beat them. Here we go. That one play, that'd have been a field goal. That'd have put them in field goal position. Field goal position, they win that game. It's so crazy how so much hinges on his aggressiveness. Every play. It changes that offense. It changes that team completely. If Kyle is aggressive every play, contenders.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to see them any given day. I don't give a fuck, Super Bowl or preseason. Like, if Kyle is aggressive. So, I don't know. I don't know what to think, man. But the Vikings, big win. You needed it to keep up with Detroit. Detroit going to win that division, but you're still trying to get that fifth seed. Right?
Yeah, which is crazy.
Which is crazy, I know.
That division is
bonkers.
God, see. I mean, what is it, like 3 teams with 9 wins?
Yeah, bonkers. Fucking bonkers.
I mean, I agree with everything you said. I love Kyler, I do, but that team, they need him to be aggressive every play. And when he is, they're top tier.
It's crazy.
And yeah, like you said, I mean, that one play, which in his mind, I mean, yeah, he might have went to the sideline like, yeah, I probably should have taken off on that. But you don't think in that point in time
that the whole game is contingent on that one play. And he needs, and this is how I need him to play. And it's messed up because you always want the player thinking next down. You do. You do. You know, your quarterback come out, throw an interception, next down, man. Next play. Running back come out front of the ball, next play. Wide receiver drop a pass, next play. You know what I mean? Don't even think about it. But I don't think Kyle has that luxury.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Like, he better make the right decision every play.
Every play. Or they're going to lose by 1 point. All the way out of the fucking playoffs. And find themselves watching Seattle go through playoffs because he didn't run for 10 yards and he threw an incomplete pass instead.
Yeah.
Crazy pressure. I feel you. I understand why he played Call of Duty. You gotta do something to get your man off that type of pressure. That's crazy pressure, boy. I get it, nigga. Next game. Titans and Commanders. Commanders go all 42-19. Yeah, they needed a comeback game. They needed one. Y'all was just victims of that. They were looking for it. They needed it. We said it. Remember, we said their confidence looked shot.
Yeah.
They needed one. And I don't know what the fuck Cliff drew up. But good God Almighty. Yeah, it's just you know, Jaden going back looking like he's been looking. The Commanders looking like they've been looked. As in the Titans, it's just one of those things. Just like you ran into a buzzsaw. You ran into a fucking buzzsaw. Just like the Commanders couldn't do nothing when they ran into who was the Commanders? Who was it? It was Denver when they ran into Baltimore. After Baltimore lost that game to Cleveland.
Yep.
Like, I understand that Denver isn't that bad. They're not that bad. But they ran into a fucking buzzsaw. And same situation. They needed a pick-me-up real bad. And I don't know, Cliff called the best game of his fucking life.
Well, I was just glad to see Jaden finally look like he's 100%.
Right.
Again.
Right. And that's a big part. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, they need that. I do think they make the playoffs. Honestly, I really think they make noise in the playoffs. I do. But Jaden has to be 100%. And I know we just talked about Kyler and, you know, what he means to the team and all that. Well, the Commanders are in that same boat right now.
Right.
I mean, right now at least, until, you know, he gets his feet on, gets a year or two under his belt, and it might change. But right now, that team is they thrive on him. And you can tell they love this man.
Yeah.
And they will do anything for him. but they need him to be 100%. I
Right.
mean, there was no hesitation. There was none. Whether it was taking off around the end, whether, with his drop backs, is going through his progressions. I mean, there was no hesitation at all. And like you said, yeah, we were the victim.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, we didn't show up at all. I mean, it's like we won the Houston game last week. That was a division game that we weren't not supposed to win.
Yeah.
And we were like, all right, that was basically our Super Bowl. we chilling now. we didn't want that win. We're playing for draft picks now.
Right.
We gotta make sure we lose this one. So, yeah, it was bad. I mean, it was 28-0 in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, it was.
So, a great game for the Commanders. Like I told you, I was pulling for the Commanders.
Yeah.
And the reason being is because I want to see them. I know they have a chance to make the playoffs. They have a chance to make noise. Jaden has, accolades that he can achieve. We don't deserve to beat a team like that right now. We just don't.
Real
so
shit.
I was glad to see it.
I got you. Real shit. It's good talking football with a realist, man. Good. Next game, Bucks and Panthers. Turned out to be a great one.
Yeah.
The Bucks win 26-23. Here's what I was waiting for when we was talking about CJ. Your boy Bryce has out of nowhere progressed. It looked like he has grown up right before our eyes, dog. To go toe-to-toe with Baker, the way that Baker's been playing. Baker's been playing elite. Baker's been playing great football. And for Baker to have, his weapon back, you only beat them by 3, man. You know what I mean? We're talking about Baker that was hanging with the 40. Well, I ain't going to put us out there because we're showing our colors now. Hanging with a lot of these Super Bowl contending teams. Baker with nobody.
Remember, Tampa Bay is the only team to beat Detroit.
Exactly. So
I believe it was in Detroit.
So for Bryce to come out there and go toe-to-toe, I'm happy for what I'm seeing from Bryce, man. It's very promising. I think they're in good hands. They just go ahead and let them progressing and get some surrounding cast around them. Now, as for Baker, hey, you see Kurt?
Right.
You see Kurt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go ahead and squeak out, get a dub. I don't give a fuck how you get it.
Yeah.
Get the dub. Damn right. I mean, you have been gritty the last 4 weeks. You deserve this dub. I don't give a fuck what it look like. Yeah, keep picking up these dubs, and man, you find yourself in the playoffs, and then you know what we say, anything can happen in the tournament.
Yeah, this was huge for Tampa Bay, and I believe they win the division. Because I think they're tied now. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that they're tied up. I mean, Atlanta's still ahead on, head to head.
Yeah, exactly.
Or whatever. But as far as right now, I mean, you're talking about an Atlanta team that's dropped 4 straight.
Exactly.
Kirk playing the way he's playing.
Right.
You got Tampa Bay getting healthier. That's one thing you will get from Baker. Like I told you before the season started, I wanted to see consistency. That was my only gripe on him.
Right.
Well, he's been consistent all year.
Yes, he has.
So if he can just keep that up, there's no reason they shouldn't win that division.
Yeah.
And then, there's nothing more aggressive than Baker come playoff time.
No. He got some of it, the Lincecala in them. Dog. Dog. Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I love Baker in the playoffs. I love to see Baker in the playoffs. That's good football.
Now, Carolina, you got to feel good. You gotta feel good. If you're upper management, you know what I mean? Like we had talked about, do you see Bryce as somebody, you spend the paper to get surroundings or supporting cast around him? Going into the season, I didn't know.
I know.
I really
We had this
did not
conversation
know.
a few times.
Yeah. But based on what I've seen since he came back into the starting role, it's like night and day, man.
I know.
I don't know if he was calling up Brady and practicing with him. I mean, he was doing something.
Yeah.
There is no way he was sitting there. I know one damn thing he wasn't doing. He wasn't at home crying about it.
No, not at all.
He worked on his craft somehow, some way. And it is leaps and bounds better than what he's shown previously.
And it's crazy because we're talking previously this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like dude. Like I don't know. I don't know what he found. I don't know, but whatever he's doing, whatever regimen he done switched and started doing, keep it up.
Yeah.
Don't fucking change it for nobody, because it's working. Next game, Rams and Saints. Rams win 21-14. The Rams need it. I don't think they're going to playoffs.
I was gonna say, is this the recipe for the Rams this year? Just we're not gonna play to our potential, and we should still be able to pull off a 1-score win.
Yeah.
I mean, that to me, that's not a McVay coach team.
It isn't.
I mean, I get it. Yes, it's a good win. You went into New Orleans, a team that, once again, I think they reeled off two good-looking wins.
Yeah.
And Carr, of course, started talking about him. It looked like he did weeks 1 and 2.
Yep.
So, yes, you got to win. I'm not saying it's a bad win, but it just doesn't. I don't have any fear of them anymore.
Right, it doesn't articulate to them building a momentum.
Right.
Any momentum. I hear you.
I mean, even if I have to go to L.A. and play them,
right,
I'm not scared of them. Like it used to be, McVay and Stafford, they're going to put it on us.
Right, especially with Puka and Coop. Right, yeah, I know.
I mean, he's got all the weapons.
Got all of them.
And they're steady. It's like that. I mean, yeah, a win's a win. I get it, but...
And you can't blame a defense when the other team only got 14. Because remember that was my knock on there. They can't get a consistent defense to save their life. But hey, 14, I'll take it defense.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. They need to figure out some type of consistency in New Orleans.
And the crazy thing is, I mean, I know the Rams would need some help.
Right. But no, they only 3 games.
But
with what? How many weeks to go?
They could steal.
They can steal a spot.
Steal one of the spots.
Dude,
honestly.
they can steal. Dude, honestly, they can win that fucking division still.
Yeah.
As crazy as that may sound. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Next game, Eagles and Ravens. Eagles win 24-19. Look, man, the Eagles are for real. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they were figuring out the first 5 weeks. They just didn't look as dominant, but they look dominant, man. It just looks like you said, you ain't gonna stop Saquon. You can only hope to contain them, because every game that they seem like they stopped them, what happened? Fourth quarter, Saquon gets out. And then you still got them 2 wide receivers on the outside. But what I'm most impressed about is their defense is getting better.
Yeah, their defense has been, I think they've been number 1 since like week 7 or 8 of the season.
They've gotten better, man, and they seem like they're melding and meshing at the right time.
And what's crazy is I read a thing that they're the number 1 defense right now, or like I said, since week 6, 7, somewhere around there, and they're the youngest defense in the whole league.
Oh shit.
That's scary.
That really is. That really is.
Very scary.
It really is, considering them boys gonna grow together. It really is, dude.
And they are good. They are very good. They can pressure the quarterback. They disguise, their coverages very well. They disguise blitzes very well. Their corners are elite, and they're rookies. I mean, what is it? Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. Yeah. And I think the only way you beat them is to come out and somehow you've got to jump on them.
Yeah.
Whether it, I mean, we're just talking about the defense, so I'm not saying it's going to be easy. But you've got to do something to not only do you need to somewhat contain Saquon.
Right.
You've got to make them change the game plan to get away.
Yeah.
Almost a double whammy.
Yeah.
They need to get away from him, but you need to contain him as when they do give it to him.
Exactly.
And it's tough. I mean, the Ravens started off, it should have been 10-0, but Tucker missed the extra point. That's damn near a perfect start. And then Saquon happened.
Right.
And I mean, what made it even better is the fact that they're in Baltimore, and the fact that Ravens' rush defense has been number one all season.
Right.
By far.
Right.
And still, I mean, yeah, he was minimized until the fourth quarter. And the fourth quarter, he just like he's making a habit of that.
Yeah, exactly.
But once again, I said it going into this game, and I'm going to say it now. I still believe the Ravens will get in the playoffs.
Right.
Whether it's, I mean, you look at it now, yes, they would get in as a wild card now. But they have a 2-game advantage on the quote-unquote in the hunt teams.
Okay.
That's enough of an advantage to get into the playoffs.
Exactly.
But like I told you in private conversation, if I'm the Ravens, I am not confident in getting into the playoffs with Tucker as my kicker. As crazy as it is to think that, much less say it.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm dead ass serious. This is now the second, if not third, game this man has cost you.
Right.
And gone are the days when you hit the 50-yard line, like, shoot, we in field goal range.
Automatic.
No, you better get to about a 30.
And you still might not get it.
And it's still iffy.
Damn.
I joke around my wife all the time. Diehard Raven fan, you know that. I say, he needs to stop doing them goddamn Rofo commercials. Because ever since then, look, like I said, they'll get in. I mean, they play well. But I don't want to say they ran into a buzzsaw, but Philly has been rolling.
Philly been rolling. That's what I'm saying.
They are probably the hottest team.
Yeah.
In the league.
They've been rolling, man. They've been fucking rolling. And I honestly don't know. I hear you, like you said, jump on them and get them to get away from Saquon, but even if they do, you still got to worry about them two on the outside. It's crazy.
Well, it's funny, just real quick, because you made the comment, like, I don't know what was going on with them the first, what'd you say, 4 or 5 weeks of the year.
Yeah.
And I feel like, because they just brought Saquon in.
Right.
And I feel like they were still trying to get the right game plan down.
Got you.
Because now, I mean, not only do they hand it to him, he's in the passing game a lot.
Right.
And that has done nothing but just elevate that offense completely.
Right. Almost like what CMC did to us last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Next game, 49ers in Buffalo. Look, Buffalo win 35-10. I told you weeks ago when I was afraid of this game. Josh just loves playing us, like seriously. I saw a stat that we haven't beat the top tier quarterbacks in the league in like fucking 6 years. We haven't beat Lamar, Patty, or Josh Allen in the last 6 years.
Wow.
We're like what they say, we're 0-10 against those three. Yeah. Anyway, so 35-10, yeah. We looked like we had a chance to maybe make some noise and to make this a game. But when Juice funded the ball, when Kyle Juszczyk funded the ball right there on the 2-yard line, and they picked it up and ran down the field, that was it. That was the air out of the lung right there. At that point, we didn't look like we had any hope. It was like we had one player on the field the whole game, and that was Fred Warner.
Yeah, and I read a thing too. I had no idea he's been playing with a broken ankle.
Been playing with a broken ankle for the last 3-4 weeks.
Yeah. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And the effort that he's
and like I said, the only person you notice on the field when we play Fred Warner. We have completely fallen apart. Game plan wise, yes, Cal. Game plan wise, Purdy with decision making. CMC's injured, gone for the season. Before he was gone, he didn't seem like he had his foot up on him. I mean, like he was starting to that game, but then that happens. Then your backup, who was the 4th leading rusher in the NFL up until about week 7, week 8, he's gone on IR now. It's just too many injuries, man. Buffalo is hot right now.
Yeah, I mean that's another.
You know what I mean? Buffalo's fucking hot right now. Yeah. You know how they are in Bills Mafia when that fucking snow coming down. If you can beat Buffalo in Buffalo with the snow falling, you got a good chance to be good in the playoffs.
And that's one thing that was crazy about that game, is both teams were pretty much minimized to just the run.
Yeah.
That's really all they could do.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, before CMC went down, I really think y'all did have a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Because it looked like you were gonna get one of them vintage,
Yeah.
just insane games.
Mm-hmm.
They could not touch him.
Mm-mm.
And mind you, this is a defense that knows CMC's getting the ball.
Yeah.
If he's in the backfield, he's getting the ball.
Yeah.
That's just how the weather made it.
Right.
He's still damn near first down every touch.
Yep.
And then he went down and so on and so forth. But not taking anything away from Buffalo at all. I did that enough
Right.
going into week one. I didn't think I really thought Josh Allen was gonna just try to do too much.
Yeah, we both did.
And he's not.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing great. James Cook is playing great.
That's who it is. That's what it is.
That's a scary team.
It is.
A very scary team.
Next game, final game. Browns and Broncos. Good old Bo. Put up motherfucking 41. I'm mad I missed that game because you told me how that game went. It sounded exciting, and looking at the score, it seemed exciting. I'm gonna say this, man. You were right. You've had this admiration for Bo, and that Bo would tear the fucking league up if he got the chance to do so. And all Sean Payton said, hey, go do it. Match made in heaven.
I was gonna say I don't know if he has this much success this quickly under anybody else.
I get you.
I really don't, because you know how head coaches can be with rookie quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And you can tell from the jump he has full access to the play sheet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever you want to do, we're gonna live or die through you.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
If you make mistakes, so be it.
Right. Yep.
And when you have good games, yeah, you're gonna get
Antonio Pierce, take note.
Exactly. Exactly.
Take
Not
note.
once has he ever said, hey, nah, we're gonna sit you down this week.
Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And look where they're at. I mean, they're 8-5. We rave about the Ravens and how dominant their offense is. They got the same damn record.
Same fucking record. Yep.
The same record.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, this bye week came at a perfect time for Denver.
Right.
Because that defense got thrashed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not how Denver plays. I mean, like Bo said after the game, he was just glad to get a win.
Yeah.
Because having to put up 41 as a rookie quarterback,
Yeah.
now granted himself, they put up 27 because the defense got 2 pick sixes.
Right.
Because of Jameis. But
A Jameson game.
But I mean, hats off to him. Just keep going. I've been riding with Bo since day one, and I'm not about to stop.
Yeah, you have. Yes, you have. And he ain't did nothing but reward you, makes you look smart as shit.
Now, I will say, if I'm Cleveland, I really start wondering what could have been.
I know.
I think Jameis should have started from the jump.
I know.
And we talked about that when the season started.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Now, because you only signed him on a little one year thing.
Yep.
Do you roll with him next year?
If you do, you have to pay him too.
Yeah.
Now.
But I'm saying, would you
would
roll
I?
with him next year? Or, I'm not saying, this isn't a yes or no as far as Deshaun starts or Jameis starts. I'm not saying.
No.
I'm saying, to me, you got to roll. You got to get away from Deshaun.
That's what I'm saying. I was about to say, I mean, off the break, Deshaun ain't an option for me.
Right.
Off the break. My question is, if I can maybe find a veteran,
Right.
or if there's someone in the draft that I believe that can come in and upseat Jameson. Because if there isn't, then yes, I'm rolling with Jameson.
Yeah. I would too.
So that's just that simple. Like, yes, in that situation, yes, I am. So that's week 13, y'all, man. Shit crazy. We got some good games coming up next week, man. We gonna hop right into it, man. First game, possibly game of the week.
On Thursday night.
Thursday night, right off the break, Packers and Lions. I'm gonna take the Lions. 1, because they're in Detroit. 2, because I don't think Love is doing enough to beat the Lions. Notice I said Love, not the Packers.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't think Love does enough to beat the Lions. I'm taking the Lions 31-17.
I'm gonna take the Lions. I think. Yeah, I really think it's gonna be close.
Right.
And I say that because the injuries are mounting up for the Lions on really the defensive side of the ball.
Right.
But it's not gonna hurt them as much as it would other teams because that offense is so damn potent.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, so instead of putting up 30 points, we need to hit 40.
Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah.
Hold my beer.
Right. No bullshit. You mean I need to throw only 3 incompletions
right,
instead of 10? Got you. Right.
So I think it definitely should be a good game as long as Love plays well, obviously.
Right.
But I'm going with the Lions. I'm going to say 34-30.
Okay. All right. Next game, Saints and Giants. I'm taking the Giants. I think that Cards gonna have trouble with that front seven. I think they're gonna be able to run the ball against the Saints. So I'm gonna take the Giants. 21-17.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Yeah, I gotta go with the Giants as well. I tried to talk myself into taking the Saints, but it's just once again you get that inconsistent car.
And not to cut you off, that's what I'm saying. I feel like the Giants coming in running the ball, which gives him even less opportunities. Derek Carr, I'm talking about.
Right.
And with him being so inconsistent, I don't think he's not gonna have a time to go bad, good, bad, good.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're gonna need good.
Yeah, you're gonna need it because you're not gonna get that many opportunities.
Yeah. I'll say 20-17. I'll go with the Giants.
Okay. Next game, Browns and Steelers. Here we go. I'm taking the Browns.
Ooh.
I'm taking the Browns. I think Jameson shocks them.
Again.
I think it's one of those things is they just got their number. I'm taking the Browns. It's going to be a shootout, too. Motherfucking 35-31. Browns.
Man, I just don't see it. I gotta go with the Steelers. I want the Browns. I do. I do. But I know the Steelers are pissed off. You know, they had the weather when they went to Cleveland, and they feel they still should have won that game. Blah, blah, blah. As long as they don't have a letdown.
Right.
I mean, you just played another division team, put up 44 points. You can't have a letdown.
No.
Because if anything else, Jameis is going to put points on the board.
Yeah,
he might have 3 or 4 picks.
But he don't give a fuck.
But, yeah, exactly. I mean, he just threw it like 60 times.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck.
So, I'm going to say the Steelers. I guess like 31-28.
Okay. Next game, Falcons and Vikings. Woo! Bad week for the Falcons, man. Bad week. Bad 2 weeks. I'm taking the Vikings. I don't think that. I don't know. I think the season is starting to weigh on Kurt. I think it's starting to weigh on them. I'm taking the Vikings, and I'm taking them hefty. I'm taking them 28-13, 28-17. I give the Falcons another touchdown.
I gotta go Minnesota. I have to. I didn't know. I honestly did not know that that's who the Falcons had this week. Yeah, I think Minnesota about to end their season.
Oh yeah.
And it wouldn't surprise me if Atlanta got blown out. It really wouldn't, unless they come up with some different type of game plan. I mean, ride Bijan more or something.
Right.
Not put as much on Kirk, which is crazy. With somebody with that veteran status.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll say Minnesota. God, yeah, I think it's gonna be hefty, like 38-16.
Yeah, I hear you, dude. And the next game, Raiders at Bucks. I'm taking the Bucks because Baker's watching what's happening with the Falcons.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. I'm taking the Bucks against the Raiders, and I'm taking them hefty too. I think. What time is that game? Oh, they're playing at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That shit gonna be on the big board. I think Baker's gonna keep an eye on that. So I know he's on. Look, I'm taking Baker and them 27-13.
Taking Tampa. And I think this is a buzzsaw for the Raiders. I mean, they just went to KC, had to win stolen from them.
Mm-hmm.
Prime letdown spot.
Yeah.
Definitely, especially with a team like you said, they're gonna keep the eye on the Falcons because if Atlanta loses, Tampa wins, they control their own fate.
Did you go?
At that point.
Yep.
So yeah, I think Baker gonna go in there and he gonna drop a 40 on them. I think. I'm gonna say 42-20.
Got you. Next game, Panthers at Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles, obviously. I don't think that the Panthers got enough to keep up with the Eagles. But I will say this. If Bryce hangs with them, they lose 7 points or less, I'm happy if I'm a Panther. If I'm a head coach of the Panthers, I'm the organization, I'm happy. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that the Eagles come out, jump on them quick. They're in Philly. So I'm looking at 34-10.
Whew.
Yeah, it's gonna get bad.
Look, man, I'm taking Philly.
Right,
definitely taking Philly.
Right.
But if I have a conversation with Bryce, I would just keep playing like you're playing.
Exactly.
That's it. Don't try to do too much. Don't try to play hero ball. We're not supposed to win this game.
Let's be serious. Let's keep it real, right?
Yeah,
let's
I mean, we're not. I mean, the best thing you could do is have long, drawn-out drives, get touchdowns,
shorten that game and score.
Who knows? I mean, let's keep playing like you're playing. We get to halftime, see where we at.
No bullshit.
You know what I mean? I don't think it happens either.
Look, we're gonna take a lot off you. We're gonna run the ball a lot this game.
Yeah.
So just relax.
Yep.
Yeah, no bullshit.
But yeah, Philly, man. See, I'm right there with you. I'll say like 34-13. Just Philly's rolling.
That's what I'm saying. And it's in Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next game, Jags and Titans. Here we go. I think y'all get this dub. I think that I'm sure that Trevor's going through concussion protocol, so I doubt he plays.
Yeah, I highly doubt it.
That's what I'm saying. And I don't know who the fuck is behind him, but if Trevor is your best option, you can't be too good.
Mac Jones.
Like I said, can't be too good. I was right. Thanks for confirming that, Breezy. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to be too good. I think that y'all coming in, y'all look good. I think, like y'all have a good day with them. I think that's going to be like a 24-10 Titans.
I mean, I don't want to win.
I don't want to win. Why does shit got to come down?
And I do. I think we pull this off, especially with Trevor not playing. This will be one of those bounce back. We're pissed off at the product that we put on the field. Not just taking the L. I mean, okay. But you got blown the hell out.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah.
I think defense will get back to how they've played all season up until this past week. I'm going to say like a 20-10.
Okay.
Tennessee.
Okay. Next game, Jets and Dolphins. And they're in Miami. That nice warm weather with that bum-ass team coming to town. I think Miami has one of their games. They look like a juggernaut offense game. Speed, pew, 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 up and down the field. I really do. I think the Jets defense is in for a day. I'm going to take Miami. I'm going to take Miami fucking 31. I think I've picked the score so many times, but fuck it. 31-17.
Yeah, we both do that. We love the 30s.
I know this.
I'm not going to spend too much time on this game. I agree with you, especially with it being in Miami. If it was in New York, maybe a little different.
Right.
But yeah, being in Miami, I see another 40-burger. I think finally Reek has one of his games. You know, going for like 150 and 2 touchdowns. You know, something crazy.
Right.
So I'm gonna say like 45-20.
Got you. Okay. Next one, good one. Division for the top spot, Seahawks and Cardinals. That's gonna be a good one, man. And I'm taking the Cardinals. Because they're in Arizona, I'm giving them that little extra edge. But a division game, we know Kyler's it's a division game. We will get an aggressive Kyler. And we already said aggressive Kyler. I don't know how you beat the Cardinals. I think that it's just going to be too much for the Seahawks. I think it'll be a good game, though. I think it'll be like a 21 to let's go 24-21 Cardinals.
We damn near got an identical score on this one. I'm going with the Cardinals. Everything you just said. I mean, this is perhaps season on the line.
Yeah.
You want to make the playoffs if you're the Cardinals. Now, if Seattle takes an L, it's not the end of the season.
I got you.
But I feel like if Arizona loses, well, the division's out the window at that point, I feel. And I don't honestly know what the wild card situation look like, but whatever. I'm gonna say the Cardinals and 24-20.
Okay. All right. Bills and Rams. Bills at Rams, should I say?
Look, McVay, you want to make a statement?
This is a game. This is the game, and you're at home.
Yes.
This is the game. Will they do it, though? I don't think so. I just think that Buffalo is too hot. That offense got too much for that Rams defense to answer to. I'm taking Buffalo. I think it's closer because they are at home. So I'm going to take 24-17 Buffalo.
I'm going to take the Rams.
Woo! There it is. Dun, 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 dun.
One of those things.
Yeah.
I mean, season is on the line.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion. Buffalo's hot. Yes, they're rolling. Being in LA, McVay's gonna have them ready. And I'm gonna say it's like a 27-24.
Okay. All right. Next game, Chicago and San Francisco. I mean, any other day beginning of the would have quickly picked us, okay? But with us not having a running back, okay, all the injuries we got, Trent gonna still be out because, you know, his twins just passed, so he's playing with God rest their soul. All my condolences out to Trent, Big Trent, man. Sad to hear. If Caleb decides to use his feet in this game, we don't win this game. That's simple. I'm gonna take us. I say we squish it out. I say we pull it out. 21-17, San Francisco. I can see Caleb giving us enough on the other side. Right. To keep us around for Brock to do a little something. So I'm gonna take us, and I'll take us 21-17.
Yeah, I'm gonna take y'all. If anything, I mean, I know Trent means a lot to that organization. I think they play for him.
I agree.
And, I mean, face the facts, yeah, injury bug is bit y'all heavy. But you mess around, win this game, have some things go your way.
Last 2 games we spoke about.
Yeah.
If the Cardinals lose Seahawks, the Rams lose to the Bills, we 1 game behind the division.
You right there.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't see Caleb knocking y'all out. That y'all still have a pedigree about you. I know it didn't show, but I don't. The last game against Buffalo, that's not y'all.
Right.
It was I really think I don't like giving up excuses and shit like that, but the weather had a lot to do with that. I mean, not many teams can come in there unless you like Green Bay or something. So I'm gonna say 23-16. I think y'all pull it off.
All right. Sunday Night Football, Chargers and Chiefs. Good one, man. It could be a good one. I'm taking the Chargers, man.
Yep.
I'm tired of this shit. I'm taking the Chargers. I don't think the refs is gonna do enough. All right. I don't think the refs are gonna do enough. I'm taking the Chargers. 24-13.
Okay, a decent win.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Chargers. Yeah, simple. To me, Chargers have been playing better football.
There you go.
I mean, Herbert's playing good. I know Dobbins went down, but I mean, come on, Gus Edwards is your.
Jim's gonna always be able to run the ball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's his pedigree. He's gonna always be able to run the ball.
I mean, all the. I hate to use this term, but all the no-name receivers that they have, well, except for McConkey. That man's special. Yeah, they're all balling. They've all bought into the Harbaugh way. I'm gonna say, probably about the same. I'll say 24. I'll say 24-20.
Okay.
I'll go with Chargers.
Okay. Last game, Monday Night Football, and we spoke about this game earlier. Bengals at Cowboys. I'm taking the Cowboys. It's like, no, I'm joking.
Oh, damn.
I was about to say I'm taking the Cowboys. 45-44. Nah, for real, no. Nah, I'm gonna take the Bengals, man. I think this is when them points will actually do what they're supposed to do, which is win you a fucking ball game. I'm taking the Bengals, and as usual, they will put up 30 points. They better put up 30 points. I'm taking them 34-13. I think they get them. I think they go. I think this is finally the game that Dalton, Burrows is like, this is how it's supposed to fucking look. Yeah.
I would say Cincinnati. I would say good 41-27. I said Dallas is going to put points up. I don't give a damn. The Rush going to look like Peyton.
God damn.
But
what we're saying, the Cincinnati defense is bad.
Horrible.
Like,
horrible.
Bad.
I mean, God, see, she may as well be playing like 11-on-2.
Right, no bullshit. Something. God damn. I ain't never seen it. Like I said, I'm really going to look that shit up. I'm so serious. I'm going to look that shit up. I want to know if there's been a team averaging as many points as they're averaging per game with a losing record. I got to look it up. But, yeah. We'll see. But, yeah, man, that's week 14 right there. If you got any picks, any comments, any opinions, you can check us out on Facebook, The Yard. Leave us comments. We see y'all next week. Shoot, man, for real, by week 17, I think everything gonna be pretty much matched out. Everything at that point is like teams that's supposed to be there will be there. These teams that are pretending, we'll find out if they're real.
Well, like I told you, I feel like I haven't looked too much into the NFC, but I feel like the AFC, like the teams that are, you got your division leaders, you got the wild card, those 7 teams, I feel are your playoff
They're
teams.
locked in. I got
it's
you.
just, seeding
I
at
got
that
you.
point, but
I got
I don't
you.
see somebody coming up out the hunt and unseating
Uh-huh.
one of those.
Well, you know what that talk means, man. This is December football, people. Getting closer and closer to the tournament, man. Stay tuned with us. We're going to take you through the whole thing, man, through the rest of this regular season, playoffs, and Super Bowl. Hell, we might even give you a show after the Super Bowl just to keep you updated with what's going on. But this is The Yard, man. Keep checking in on us, man. We love y'all. Till next time.